Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, an alternate definition of insanity. Fear of computers is apparently less than the desire to just stay home. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. An alternate definition of insanity. X-ray imaging software support tech here. We also deal in select imaging hardwares, basically a middleman between the manufacturers and the end user, with the intent that our software be used more or less exclusively with the hardwares. These days, we push digital image receptors above all, and they're Ethernet and Wi-Fi enabled. The Wi-Fi ones are really cool actually, they host their own access points and everything, even DHCP for some of them. However, the AP can be somewhat unreliable, unfortunately, so we try to encourage that it be used as more of a last resort by sending out pre-configured routers to bridge the SSID. Alas, some of our sales reps aka installers have sympathized with some doctors that the router is a bit cumbersome, and have apparently decided, as I found out after this call, to just take the router that was included in the packaged purchase away entirely and instead replaced it with a USB Wi-Fi adapter aka a piece of S***T with a range of 2 centimeters. The Wi-Fi range isn't the biggest issue though. With a dual Wi-Fi setup, the user then needs to choose the correct Wi-Fi card and then connect to the correct network. God forbid. So the following call ensues today. Loser, I cannot connect to the black X-ray box. Me, alrighty then, let's take a look. Get remote in, find 2 LAN ports, both disconnected, and 2 Wi-Fi cards, one labeled Office Wi-Fi currently connected to the Office network, and the other labeled Panel Connection, disconnected. Me, okay, so do you see the router anywhere? Loser, yes, so when I connect to Panel SSID, I lose connection to the network. Can you tell me, is this how it should be? Me, well, no, it doesn't have to be, but do you see a router? It's a little black box with antennae, says router brand on top. Loser, yes, we have a router for the internet. Me, okay, but what about in the room with you, where you take your X-rays? Loser, no, there is no router for the black X-ray box, only for the internet. I connect to the panel SSID, but when I do I disconnect from the internet. So can you make it so I can connect to both at the same time? Me, I can, but it's much easier with the router. I do see here that we sent you one. Are you sure it's not in the room with you anywhere? Loser, since I've worked here there has never been a router. Let me ask my office manager. No, when you came and installed the system there was no router. We always connect to SSID, but then we lose connection to the Office network. Me, well, I can confirm in my notes that we supplied you a router to make connecting everything simpler. I do suggest you find that router, it might be in the box still in a closet somewhere. But here, so you see this drop down here? Show her how to switch between Wi-Fi cards and available networks list, so you select Office Wi-Fi then connect to your Office network. You're already connected to the network, so now we'll select Panel Connection, and then connect to the Panel SSID connects to the panel. Loser. Okay, so can you connect me to the black X-ray box now please? Me, yes, I just did, see? Confirms connection in software. Loser, okay, that's good. But the problem is, when I connect to Panel SSID, I lose connection to the Office network, and this computer needs to be connected to the Office network in order for the doctor to be able to see the images in the patient rooms. This current workstation is the database computer. Me, yes, I understand that, and I can assure you we're connected to both the panel and the internet right now. I wouldn't be connected through TeamViewer right now otherwise. Loser, yes, but you see, the problem is that when I connect to Panel SSID, I lose connection to the internet, but the doctor needs to see the X-rays on another computer right after the X-rays are taken. So how do I connect to both the Office network and the black X-ray box at the same time? Me, checks to make sure my mic isn't muted. Ma'am, you are connected to both right now. Explains how to utilize the different Wi-Fi cards again. As long as you make sure to switch to panel connection when you connect to panel SSID, you'll maintain your internet connection no problem. This cycle continues for 15 years, I eventually get an idea that has to get through, right? Me, okay, do this for me, go ahead and turn the panel off. Loser, okay, the light is red. Does that mean it's off? Me, yes, it's off. So you see here there is no panel SSID, so it's definitely off. Now, I'm still connected through TeamViewer, so we have internet. I can browse the internet. You're connected to your office network. Now go ahead and turn the panel on. Loser, okay, it beeped. Me, yep, I heard it, and there's the panel's network in the list. So I'm going to connect to it, using the panel connection option here. And now you see, I can still browse the internet searches random joke in Google. See? I'm getting search results, I can go to web pages, we are definitely connected to the internet, and goes to software, confirms connection. Look. We have a connection to the panel. Loser, okay. But how can I be sure that when I connect to the panel SSID, that I won't be disconnected from the office network? Me, palm already hurts, starting to create a crater in my desk. Ma'am, talk to your office manager, maybe even your IT, check your closets and drawers, just find the router. It will make your life a lot simpler. Fear of computers is apparently less than the desire to just stay home. Like many people, my job is happening almost entirely remotely right now. Luckily, we've been set up for years to remote into our employees' PCs. We extended this privilege to most of our employees as well, so they can work from home. So normally I can fix things from my couch, and the worst thing we have to deal with is lag when rendering the screen. Normally. Get an email one morning dash. Employee, I got this today when I tried to open video editing program. It's never happened before, and nothing should have changed since I last used it. Attached is a picture saying system compatibility report NVIDIA, graphic card number, and then a big blue fix button. This specific user mainly does statistics and inventory management. He's prepared a few reports that use graphics, but it's normally in collaboration with other teams, and I hadn't heard of such a project since the lockdown happened. However, I don't hear everything, and we all know how communication can be lost right now. I shoot an email back. Me, I'm guessing the fix button didn't resolve it? Employee, it sends you to this page, NVIDIA driver page, legit page, and at that point I am pretty lost, and don't want to start downloading and installing stuff when I don't really know what I am doing. Okay, I'd rather people not feel comfortable installing random apps. That being said, he actually wouldn't be able to anyway, without an admin logging in to approve it, so that's fine. Me, I can remote in and do it. What's UIP? Hover over the black V in the bottom right corner, VNC viewer. An hour passes. Employee, I can't find the V. This isn't the first time an employee hasn't been able to find it, so I just shrug it off. It's pretty late in the day at this point, so I shoot him a quick email back. Me, I'll go into the office tomorrow and fix it. It's actually nice to drive in and have the building to myself. I put on a podcast or stream something and don't have to worry about anyone else being bothered. I wander down to his desk, log into the machine. Everything looks good at this point, including the V in the corner. I snap a screenshot to show him for future issues, and then log into the program. No issues. We have standard PCs which have onboard video cards, but a few have been upgraded if they do graphical work. This is not one of them. Curiouser and curiouser. So I attach a picture of the working program and the picture of the V, ship it back to him with updated the machine. Everything seems to be working, try again, and let me know. Not even 20 minutes later. Employee, I just opened program and got the same message. On this computer, there isn't that V. What is going on? Me, what computer are you remoting to? The one at the downtown office? Because that one doesn't have an NVIDIA graphics card. Employee, oh, this is happening on a loaner laptop I got from IT. Message continues, but my vision went completely red at that point, so I don't remember reading it further. Of course, he wouldn't bother to mention he was doing something completely, utterly, mind-bogglingly different from everyone else in the company. We have loaner laptops, but they're primarily for people who travel to conferences or need to do presentations outside of our offices. None of them are set up for video editing. The remote software is also different, and not something I want to walk this guy through. After I calm down a little, I send this back. Me, okay, knowing it is a laptop and not your work PC is important information and explains why some of our previous fixes didn't work. I can't work on it remotely, so either we can schedule a time for you to come in and meet me, and I'll try to fix it quickly, or you can drop it off, and I'll fix it in a day or two. This time it is quiet for almost a day before he finally emails me again. Employee, I just went ahead and tried to fix it myself. It seems like it worked. Facepalm. Apparently driving 15 minutes into town is where he draws the line, and then suddenly his fear dissipated. If I were still a contractor, this would have been a conversation with the client, not to mention a fee for wasting my time, but A. I'm an employee, B, they pay me pretty well, and C, the last few months have basically been an extended at-home vacation, occasionally interrupted by me needing to remote into work, so I guess I can't really complain. There's going to be some in-depth questions next time he has a problem though.